back, and just to let you know, here in Wasilla, Alaska, it's about 59 degrees right now. It's a little cloudy, and probably go away and have beautiful sunny weather that we've been having. No, it's not going to go away.
Raining all day tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to have rain.
Half day tomorrow.
Oh, awesome! Because that way it makes everything green, and there's no threat of fires. Correct?
Yeah.
That's right. So we love the rain. And so anyway, I'm here to share with you about one of my favorite pieces of Tupperware. And boy, do I test out Tupperware when they say it. This was, we were actually living here in Alaska when they introduced the FridgeSmarts to us. And I'll try to find the videos on YouTube of how they presented it to us at Jubilee Conference. They actually did it based on the old program ER with George Clooney in it, and it was so cute. And you know, the chef came in because his broccoli was dying. So it's really cute. I'll try to find it for you and post it with this if I can. But I'm here to talk about the FridgeSmarts. Now, when they introduced this, they gave us a piece of FridgeSmarts 1.0 at that time, and they said, you can keep strawberries in here for 2.5 weeks. And I went, yeah, right. So I came home and I told my kids, hey, do not touch these strawberries. You know, Bob and Kit boys, don't touch them. I'm going to test Tupperware out. I want to see how long they say it's going to take 2.5 weeks. And yeah, we're going to try it. So I put my strawberries in, put them in. I did it exactly how the instructions say. You want to put them in raw and dirty. Don't wash them. Just put your strawberries in. I closed the vents up because they are low breathers. I did that. Put them in the fridge. Do not touch sign on it. And 2.5 weeks later, I said to the boys, go ahead and eat them because nobody really tends to keep strawberries in that long. They tend to eat it faster, but they were perfectly fine, not smushed, nothing to do them, and they ate the strawberries. So that was my first impression. I was like, whoa, this really works. And since then, they have continued to impress me. So the last big impression was when we were moving out of Texas and moving to Northern California. We were event coordinators for an apartment community. It was the time of COVID starting, so in actuality, we were actually doing more for our community than we had done prior. Instead of doing like 9 events in the month when we were only really supposed to do 3, we were ending up doing 9 events. We actually did 9 events in 1 week, trying to keep the morale up. So I was so busy and everything and trying to sell and pack and do all this stuff like you normally do, I had forgotten about some grapes in the back of my refrigerator. And they had been sitting there for about 2 months. And so I opened the refrigerator and I'm cleaning it out and I'm like, oh, the grapes. I completely forgot about them. And I love grapes. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just open it up and throw them in the trash. What can I do? I opened them up and I started popping them in my mouth because they were firm and crisp and perfect, like I had just bought them from the store. So you will save money. Another great thing that we use it for is for bananas. Okay, bananas. How long do you have bananas on your counter? Okay, what, 3 days, 5 days max? Okay, and then you store the overripe bananas in your freezer because you will make banana breads. No, you won't. Admit it, you won't. But you do because you don't really want to throw it away. So bananas we tend to keep in this size container, the medium deep. And what we do is we put it on the counter, we leave it on the counter, we put it in the closed position, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And every other day when we're eating the bananas, every other day I just take out the bananas, give it a wipe, because you don't realize how much condensation, how much moisture bananas actually put out. And oh my goodness, when you open it up, you have the fragrant banana smell. It's amazing. And the bananas last, how long have they lasted for us? What, 10 days? On the counter, Bob, 10, 12 days?
10, 12 days. Yeah.
10, 12 days for bananas. So, and one tip in doing your bananas, when you put them in there, don't put them with the rounded side down because you're bruising them. Turn it So the curve is up, and they're fine. And because of the ridges, they don't sit in that condensation and get bad. So that is a plus. Avocados. Okay, now avocados, you're supposed to also put them in the container with it unclosed on the counter, but we don't. We love avocados, and we tend to buy bulk as much as possible, especially like when we lived in Susanville. The best place to get it was at Costco in Reno, so because the price was much lower, so we would buy a lot of bags and bring it home, and I would put it in here, green, as much as green as I could find, put them in, put it on close, stick it in the refrigerator, and take them out every so often when we're going to use them, a couple of them, let them ripen, and it will only take like a day or so, and it would last 2 months, 2.5 months easily. We've actually had them go up to 3 months when we were in Texas and buying the big bulk crates, and they were perfectly fine. And so avocados will last a long time if you happen to be an avocado lover like me. So avocados in here, cilantro, lettuce, everything else. Why does this work? It's because Tupperware did a lot of research with the University of Florida, and they investigated how fruits and vegetables work. They expel carbon dioxide, Bob. Am I right?
I think so.
Yes, I always get confused between the M1 and the D1, but they expel a lot of dioxide and they need oxygen. So with that, depending on if they're low breathers, like strawberries, cucumbers, carrots, they don't need a lot of oxygen. What happens with strawberries when you go to the store, they're in that little plastic container that has holes in it. You put it in your fridge, and your fridge acts like a dehydrator, and then you put it next to the broccoli, and the broccoli is like wants all the oxygen, so it gathers up all, and the poor little strawberries are like, and they die. Basically, they get dehydrated. So that's why it's really important to know what kind of breathers. Oh, you don't know all the breathers for the vegetables and fruits? Don't worry, we got that for you, because we have a little graph right here. And if you put the word Tupperware where you can see it when you hold the picture in front of you. So here's the picture, and I can read the word Tupperware. It lines up the graphs with the vents that's here. Here's the vents that you can see right there, and I'm going to move them. That is fully open. It's closed, and then it is on half. So depending on what it is, cilantro, lettuces, pears, citrus, those are medium breathers. So you're going to want to have them on the medium size. The heavy breathers like broccoli, cauliflower, those are the heavy ones that you want to give them more air, have it all the way open. Now, when Tupperware came out when they first gave it to us, it was 1.0. Then this is actually 3.0, because they created one that was like this with the graph, and then people were saying, well, that's nice, but there's not all the fruits and vegetables that I use on the graph. So what they've done is they've added a QR code right here. Hold your phone over it like you're going to take a picture, and a little website will pop up. That's all you have to just hold like over it, and a website pop up. Click on that, and it will open up some more information, directly take you to Tupperware headquarters and give you more information of different fruits and vegetables. So that's awesome. You want to see the inside of it? No problem. Let me go ahead. Has a nice big tab, so you don't have to break your nails. A tip always with any Tupperware container, when you lift up in the tab, run your finger along the bottom. This is not a banana. We don't want to peel. You don't want to be Jack the Ripper, okay? Ripping it off like that. It's not a banana. We don't peel it back. We just lift it up that way. But here is this grid. And you can see it's quite deep, and it's very sturdy. And when you have them, one on top of the other, and look how easy it is. Now I'm doing this on my chest. You normally wouldn't do that, but there it is. It goes on. But when you have one and you stack, hold on a second. Sorry. just send that message to that person. So, new phone. I think I might be getting calls from the previous owner, but anyway. So here is the medium deep. This is the medium shallow. And when you stack it up, you can see that you can still get air in here, like so. So all the air works around, so the vents still work. Now, this is the medium deep, medium shallow. The set, now you can buy these separately, but the set is always better. I love the sets. You get small deeps, 2 of this, and this is a whole set for just, let me check the price. I lost my price. Oh, it's $108. A great investment. How many times have you gone to the store, brought home groceries, and you're going to end up throwing out half? When I started Tupperware, I used to buy 2 heads of lettuce, 1 to eat and 1 to throw away. Literally, that's what it was. And at that time, there was a different type of Tupperware container. It was a lettuce Crispet, and my manager was telling me all about it, and I didn't believe her, so she lent it to me. I took it home, put the 1 head that I would probably throw away in there, and closed it up. Now, little story. I lived in England, used to go to the market all the time, and one day I brought home some lettuce and was washing it, and bugs crawled out on me, and I didn't like washing lettuce anymore. Even if it was from an American store with the plastic wrap, I still wouldn't wash the lettuce. So if we were going to have salad, I would have to wait till Bob got home to prepare it because he would wash the lettuce for me. Well, after she gave me that piece of Tupperware where I put the lettuce in it, I was like, okay, let me open this up, because back then you couldn't see inside the bowl. Now it's clear, you can see what's inside of it. And I thought, okay, this one's to throw away. Let me just go ahead and throw it away. I opened up, and the lettuce was as fresh as I bought it a week and a half earlier. I was so excited. I washed it and made the salad. And when Bob got home, he was like, okay, who is this? What did you do with my wife? Where is she? Because I never made the salad. And since that day, he said, okay, now you get to make the salad. So I do. One thing I love about this is the graph is beautiful, but once you put them in the fridge, I put them in like so. Now the shallow, you have the graph on both sides, but the other ones don't, and you can see exactly what you have in them. A tip, you don't want any Tupperware or any of your other containers to be touching the walls of your refrigerator, because when they touch the walls, it actually, the walls are the coolant for your fridge, and if they're touching it, it could possibly freeze. So if you've ever had anything freeze from something in the back, it's because it was touching the wall. So pull it away a little bit, and it's absolutely fine. Now, I will tell you that Tupperware has come out with a newer piece of the FridgeSmart, and it's the vertical 3.2 liter. And this one, I just got it right before I moved, so I haven't been able to use it. But isn't this cute? It comes with a special little grid with the grid that's already in it. But this is for those mints, those herbs that you want, and you can stand it up like green onions, things like that. So I'm excited to try it out. Again, put the name of Tupperware towards the graph, and then you can use it. And every piece of Tupperware comes with instructions. Read it, because it will give you lots of information. So this FridgeSmart, you're going to want to get the set, because it's a good way to start it off. You're going to want more. I have easily 4, 5 sets. And then I have the large ones when they come out. So if you want the large ones, send me a little message or put a comment, and then we will put you on our product wish list. Okay, that's it for the FridgeSmarts right now. Talk to you soon. Bye.